What's up guys, it's your man Aaron here today. It's been long since we last met because I was working on my Chinese fragrance review channel. So that's where my main focus was on. Recently, I have acquired 42,000 followers on TikTok and another 3,300 followers on Bilibili. So now let's jump into this. I've got 25 Ferrari fragrances. Most are for men, some are for unisex to talk about, and this is probably the biggest Ferrari fragrance review in history, and I'll make it quick and clear, tell you about the smell, the advantages, the weakness, and let's jump into it. The first two I'm gonna talk about is Ferrari Vetiver Ice 3. So this one smells like lemon, smells like ice. So it can remind me of like a high-class bathroom. I'm not really interested in that because, I mean, it's pleasing. Nobody will say it smells bad, but it's just resemblance too much with a high-end bathroom with that lemon and icy smell. Kind of refreshing. Definitely a good one for summer, but I'm not buying it. The second one comes Ferrari Blackshine. This is like a typical commercial men's scent. Like imagine you put whatever, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, YSL, put a bit of all of them, all these commercial big designer fragrance, like 5% from each of them, and mix them. This is the smell. So Ferrari Blackshine is a typical commercial scent. It has almost any kind of notes. It has citrusy note, it has woody notes, it has that green touch, it also has a little floral notes in it. But because of that, it's mass appealing. Everybody will like it, but I bet anyone will love it because it's just too boring. It lacks its own uniqueness in it. And next, I'm gonna talk about 5. Among the 25, I'm only gonna keep 5 and I would sell the other 20. The 5 I'm gonna keep, the first one comes from Ferrari Scuderia. It's right, this is the original Scuderia. Smells like a 2010 fragrance. It's also citrusy, like lemon-ish, but also has a strong green touch in it. Something like vetiver and patchouli. I guess it's more like vetiver and woody notes, maybe just a little nutmeg, that kind of feeling. So it's a great lemon fragrance. It's not like as boring as this Ice Power 3, which is bathroom smelling. This is the racing car smell in 2010. So this kind of reminds me of what my father and his car smelled like back 10 years ago, which is something I relate to high class, refined, so energetic men smell. So I like it a lot. It does have that 2010s feeling, men's fragrance feeling in it. Very hard on the lemon, but not annoying. Not like Chanel Edition Blanche, not like this one. It has that smooth feeling of lemon, energetic, fruity touch in it, but also with woody and vetiver green type, woody type smell in it. So it's great fragrance if you are between 20 to 30 years old, I guess. It can be for day or night, but I guess it's more for day, and spring, fall would be the best season to wear this one. So this is one of them that I'm gonna keep and I'm also gonna wear. Another one that I'm gonna keep is Ferrari Bright Neroli. Yes, it's indeed very strong on the Neroli note. So it's kind of like citrusy, but also floral, also kind of dirty in it. The dirtiness makes it more masculine than just orange blossom or like a female perfume. So indeed, it's very bright, definitely for day, summer, spring day, and it's very clean. Kind of smells like Atelier and Hermes perfume. It's kind of that pure, fresh, clean, very clean type smell, although it has the Neroli's dirtiness in it, but you can tell besides Neroli, all other notes are not as dominant as Neroli, so it's definitely a very concentrated on a single note, which is Neroli, which I love a lot. Next come up the Vetiver Intense. This is also one that I'm gonna keep. It has that booty woody smelling in it, but it's also just a little fresh. Kind of smells like cucumber, and also you can see it's a good sprayer, and the volume is great. This is a whatever, I don't know, like 120 ml bottle for super cheap price, under $25. So I would say this is a great scent for fall. Fall would be the best time to wear this, but because of the cucumber, of the little freshness in it, everybody can pull it off. It's not just the rich and strong type fragrance, has both in it, which is something I like, so that's why I'm gonna keep it too. Another one that I'm gonna keep is Ferrari's Vetiver Essence. The reason I'm gonna keep it because it's so strong on the vetiver. Once you spray it, you immediately tell this is a vetiver fragrance, and it's very dominant, very masculine. But remember, not everyone can pull it off. So this kind of smells like a niche fragrance, but also has that designer vibe in it, because most niche fragrances are not for everybody. But this one would be more pleased about the mass, although not everyone can handle it because it's so strong. The vetiver smell has a strong masculinity in it. Not everyone can pull it off, but it's definitely like a superhero man scent. And the fifth one I'm gonna keep is Ferrari's Noble Fig. As you can tell, this is a fig fragrance, although it does not have vetiver's note in it. I do tell a little vetiver in it, and it's definitely unisex, has that fruity touch in it too, kind of smell like peach plus citrusy smell. Also have a little like pink pepper-ish smell. Also has like a wax smell, so kind of smells like a hair product, but definitely much higher quality than that. And also reminds me of a girl that I like a lot. So that's also one reason I'm gonna keep it. It's not that masculine, it's for unisex. Men and women can wear it both, but if you're looking for something more masculine, this is the one to go. Next come up the Ferrari Black. Remember, this is a Ferrari Black, not the Scuderia Black. Scuderia is a newer line. They have a lot fragrance named the same because they are actually the same fragrance, just a little subtle difference. It's not like two completely different fragrances. Just the Scuderia is like the newer line. They added the word Scuderia on it. So this is OG, the original black. To me, it smells like a mix of Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male and Hugo Boss Bottled Intense, which I will bring you now. I used to have Jean Paul Gaultier too, but I sold it because it's too old school, too mature for me. I'm saying Jean Paul Gaultier, so I sold it, although I think it's a good fragrance, of course, otherwise it won't sell that many. So this is like a mix between Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male and Hugo Boss Bottled Intense, 50-50%. So to me, it's a rich, it's a little spicy, woody, sweet scent. It's definitely for fall and winter, and I don't think it's a good fragrance for office because of the sweetness and the spiciness in it. Most likely it will be for a night out fall winter fragrance. And it smells very commercial. It smells definitely like a designer fall winter night out fragrance you smelled before, like the two I mentioned before. So if you are looking for something unique, then this is not the one to go. Although the price is super low about this one. This one I spent like $15 on it. This is I forgot what, like a 75 ml size. So it's very cheap, much cheaper compared to Hugo Boss Intense and Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male. So it could be a good alternative to them fall winter night out fragrance, but not unique. Next, come to the Ferrari Scuderia Black Signature. So this is Ferrari Black. In addition to Ferrari Black, it's the Scuderia line and it's the signature version. So to me, this is like the most generic fragrance I've ever smelled. Does not have anything special. So it kind of smells like a fragrance primer. And it's very light, so I don't suggest you buying this because it's just like sweet water. Has nothing special on it. You can't even tell what note is in it. So it's probably the most boring fragrance in this line. I don't know what's the sense of its existence. Next come up Ferrari Man in Ride. This is also a sweet fall winter night out fragrance, but it smells much more like plastic and generic comparing to Ferrari Black. So if you are looking for that type of fragrance, go for Ferrari Black. This one is maybe just a little like more youthful than the Ferrari Black because of the plasticness and the syntheticness in it. So it's not natural at all, but it's sweet. It performs very well. It's strong, but I don't suggest you buying this because it's too synthetic and you do have better alternatives. Next come up the Ferrari Extreme. This is probably like one of my least favorite among all of them because it smells like a stinky feet. It smells like athletic feet. I don't know why, probably because of the aqua and musk and whatever combination in it, geranium in it, make the smell. So I don't like. For the other fragrances, if I smell them, I may say I like it. I may say okay, it's fine. It's a pleasing fragrance, or I may say I don't really like it. But this one is definitely. If you have this on, I will stay away from it because it has that stinkiness in it. The first time I smelled it, I was like, "What are you talking about? It's like peas. It's like animals' peas." But the second time I smelled it, I tell directly it's like stinky feet. So don't buy this one. I don't suggest it. But by the way, it's also outdated. It's not like a modern fragrance. Next come up the Ferrari Essence Musk. So remember, this musk is like white musk. So comparing to other musk, is less stimulating. It's less sharp. But it's just a little more creamy, a little more like dusty, has that kind of layer feeling in it. Also has that banana touch, a little fruity touch in it, definitely has some other green notes, but mostly is still essence because it's still musk because it's called essence musk. I mean the whole line, this line, musk, neroli, bergamot, they're all most likely focusing on concentrating on that one single note, which is something that makes them special. So if you're a white musk lover, this is definitely one to go. But to me, it also has a little like leather note in it. It's the creaminess in it, the banana feeling like smelling, make me wanna say, I do have better musk fragrance. For example, the Lacoste Timeless, I can't reach it. It's over there, but I will show you next time. So this one is okay. I don't hate it, at least. By the way, none of their performance is amazing, but none of their performance is super weak. They are all most in the average range. Next come up the Ferrari Scuderia Light Essence. I actually wanted to purchase Ferrari Light Essence, not the Scuderia, not the new line, but they sent me the wrong one. So what else can I do? I already have 24i, and I know it's basically the same. Scuderia and the original line are basically the same, so I'm not returning this. Next come up Ferrari Uomo. This is probably the weirdest, most weird smell among all of them because it's kind of like unisex, but it has that leather sweet feeling in it, so it's kind of weird. It's like a soapy floral leather sweet, and it can be men or women. I guess more leaning to the men's side, but it's the leather and sweet smell in this is a very synthetic, not natural at all smell. So you do have better leather fragrance than this. Plus, it's a little weird. Some people may like it, some people might hate it. So it's a divisive fragrance. Next come up the Scuderia Ferrari Light Essence. This is the Scuderia line, the right one I purchased. They sent me the wrong one. These two are the same, but I wanted this to be the original line and this to be Scuderia line. So they sent me this one wrong. I got this one right. So this is a light, sweet, a little fresh fragrance in it. It's definitely for someone under 25. If you're over 25 and you are wearing Ferrari Scuderia Light Essence, I would say grow up. You are too mature to use this. It's definitely a teenager, youthful fragrance because of the light, because of the lightness, the sweetness. The bubblegummy has that a little touch of bubblegummy, also a little spicy smell, soapy smell in it. So for someone who is in his teenage, want something for work, want something for school, want something for casual life, this is probably a good one to go, although the performance is not that great. Next come up the Ferrari Scuderia Light Essence Aqua. Yes, this is a flanker of the Light Essence line and it's Scuderia, so it's new. So to me, this is kinda smells like Ferrari Right Power Ice 3, but this is more icy than this, and this has more natural lemon smelling, has that smoothiness in it. This is a more synthetic, a less icy, but definitely fresh and clean type of fragrance. Has lemon, has a lot white floral notes, so it also has that sweetness in it. I bet there's also musk in it. There's might be also a little amber, so also has that touch of guaiac wood in it, but it's very synthetic, and the lemon note is definitely the most dominant, or maybe grapefruit, I don't know. So if you want something fresh and clean, this may be one to go, but it's definitely not the best choice because it's too synthetic. Plus, nothing like very pleasing from it. It's pleasing, but not that pleasing. Next come up, whoa, this one, Ferrari Racing. You can already see this has even like a whatever, what do you call it, stage or whatever, a platform for it to stand. So it looks high class, and also indeed, this one is like a very old school oriental type of fragrance. It's spicy, it's woody, it's green, and it's not modern at all. It has that 80s, 90s resemblance in it, but I like it. It's just that I don't think I can ever wear this because it's too outdated and it's too heavy on those patchouli, vetiver, wood, green notes. And I don't know when I can pull this off. It's very old school. Next come up the Ferrari Scuderia Black. Yes, this is a black, but the Scuderia, the newer line. So comparing to the older one, I definitely like the older one better. They have the same smell. It's just this one is lighter, it's more metallic. The old one is more sweet, it's a little richer than this one. So basically it's the same, but performance-wise, the winner, if you want something lighter than this, then maybe Scuderia, but the performance is not as great as the old one. Maybe 1 or 2 hours less. Next come up or pure lavender. So this is indeed a very pure lavender smell. Has that dusty and powderiness in it, so you won't feel it's like wind breathing through. No, it has the dusty feeling, so you will feel there's like something you can feel. It has that texture in it, and it's for unisex. Men and women can wear this, but I guess I would appreciate this more on a lady than a guy. Next come up the Ferrari. No Scuderia, no Light Essence, no Neroli, no nothing. This is the OG of the OG Ferrari Eau de Toilette. Pook. This is for you. This to me is a 10% citrusy, 10% woody, 10% spicy, plus 70% fragrance primer smell. So it does not have a very strong representation or like a special note that you can tell directly, okay, so this is focusing on what and for what occasion. So this is just like a regular 90s fragrance, a little touch on spiciness, a little touch on citrusiness, a little touch on woodiness. So nothing special about it, but it's safe. And especially for the price, it's safe. If you want that old school feeling, this is the one to go. Next come up Ferrari Scuderia Forte. So this is a very sweet, synthetic, bubblegummy type of fragrance. Kind of reminds me of the YSL fragrances, but compared to YSL, this is more synthetic. This is a little more youthful. Because of the sweetness in it. Also have a strong cinnamon woody smell in it. Kind of reminds me of a grape fragrance. So it's sweet. If you want something like for club, this is definitely a good one for club because has that playful character in it, and it's pretty good. It's commercial though. Next come up the Ferrari Scuderia Red. This is probably one of the most famous ones among them. It's a minty, spicy, woody type of fragrance. Also a little touch on citrusy, but the most dominant note I can tell from it is mint and pepper. So it is very different than the name, because if we're talking about red, usually you related that to richness, you related that to fruity, richness, sweet, but this one is actually a mint peppery fragrance. It's too ordinary for me, so I don't suggest you buying this. Next come up the Ferrari Light Essence Bright, the original line and the Scuderia line. Same fragrance, pretty much the same. I don't think I can tell any difference between them. One of them is a little fruitier. I can't remember which one. I'll write it down in the comments, but they are the same fragrance. It's like a peach clean type of fragrance. It's also very synthetic. It's also very airy. So if you want something light for the summer, for the spring, you only have that a little touch of the airy peach smell in it. This would not be a bad one to go for. But the Scuderia line, which is the newer line, is usually cheaper because discontinue the original line. Most of the original line, they're the same fragrance. So if you wanna buy, you can buy any one of them, because I've tested this multiple times, not that much of a difference. So about the Radiant Bergamot, don't buy it. It's definitely a bergamot fragrance, but smells too much like a toilet too. This is pretty much it. The 25 Ferrari fragrance, I've introduced you all of them. If you want to know more details about them, you can comment below. We can talk about it. Also, what other fragrance you want me to review? I currently have, I don't know, I only have like 150 in my collection. I've also sold around like 50, 60. So I've only owned about 200 fragrances ever in my life. I want to extend that number to at least 2,000. And please comment below what kind of fragrances you want me to review. And I'll see you next time.